So 2020 is slowly but surely coming to an end. And this means it's goal setting time! Yay! But have you ever followed through on one of your New Year's resolutions? I haven't, until I found the right way to set goals. So in this video, I'll share 9 tips with you that will help you set goals for 2021 that you will actually achieve. And make sure to stick around till the end because I'll also share a worksheet with you that will make your goal setting process smooth and effortless. Number 1 is to have a vision for your dream life. In order to set goals properly, you need to have a general idea of your dream life, where you want to go in life, what you want your life to look like. Now, if this thought gives you the chills, I highly recommend you watch my other video that's linked on top of my head, where I walk you through how you can figure out what you want in life step by step. But in short, it means to just take some time and think about every aspect of your life, and if you could freely choose what to do, what would it look like? So for instance, this could mean relationships, career, income, health, and so on. Think about all these aspects and figure out what your ideal life would look like if everything in this part would be perfect. Okay, so you know what your dream life looks like. Next, it's time to break that big vision into goals and sub-goals. Start with one aspect of your life, for instance, career happiness. So let's say you're unhappy in your career and you're looking for your dream career. So your main goal would be to find your dream career, and then you can break it down into figuring out what your dream career looks like, get the required training, testing it out, and eventually making the transition. In order to set those goals properly, you need to set SMART goals. Now, SMART is an acronym and stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. Now, if you're not familiar with this concept, I'll link 2 articles in the description down below so you can check that out. In short, it basically means that you set goals that you can where you can actually influence the result, and that you can measure and you know exactly when you need to achieve what step. So that's what the acronym is standing for. So let's go back to the dream career example. Let's say your big goal is to have your dream career, to transition into your dream career. So then the sub goals could be figuring out what your dream career looks like, trying different career paths out, getting the required training, and then actually make a slow and steady transition. Once you have that, let's go on to the 4th step. And that is to break the goals and sub-goals down into tiny steps. This is really important in order for you to follow through on your goals. Because if you know exactly, okay, tomorrow I'll have to do that, next week I'll have to do that, and you have it all specifically laid out in front of you, it's much more likely that you're actually gonna follow through instead of falling off the bandwagon within a month. So let's say the first sub-goal was to figure out what your dream career looks like. So you could make a 90-day plan, or however long you think it's going to take, what is realistic according to the SMART acronym. And then break it down into monthly, weekly, and daily steps. Number 5 is to let your goals or sub-goals become habits. Now, it's much easier to follow through on your goals if it's an automatic behavior, if it's incorporated in your day-to-day routine and you don't really have to think about what you have to do on a daily basis. It's just an automatic procedure. So let's take another example here. Let's say you want to start meditating regularly. Let's say you want to start meditating for 10 minutes per day. So what you can do is to attach it to another behavior. So for instance, what I do in the morning is I walk my dog, and once I get back, I sit on the mat and meditate. And then, so you have to repeat the routine for about a month or 2 before it becomes automatic. It takes a little while. And then after you've accomplished the task or the routine, you need to have a reward. So in my case, this is breakfast. So I always have the same routine. I walk my dog, sit on the mat, and then have breakfast. And if you repeat that enough, it becomes automatic and you don't need any willpower or you don't need to waste any thoughts. It just happens. I'll link some more blog posts down below so you can check out how the whole habit formation process works. Number 6 is to get an accountability partner or an accountability coach. Now, I've found that achieving my goals is much easier if I have someone else holding me accountable. So this can be anyone in your friends or family circle, or you could even hire someone, an accountability coach, that will make sure that will help you set your goals and then will make sure that you'll actually achieve them. And the good thing about having someone who's holding you accountable is that you have that extra pressure. So someone's looking over your shoulder and is actually checking in with you regularly and making sure that you follow through on what you said, what you promised. And it's like having a boss of some kind, but a boss for your own goals. So you have that pressure, but not in a negative way because you set the goals yourself. If you really want to take your goals seriously, I actually recommend hiring an accountability coach, because the aspect of paying money adds even more pressure and you definitely don't want to waste that, right? I mean, you've paid money for someone to hold you accountable, so you have double external pressure that you really have to achieve those goals. And this will boost your productivity and your willpower through the roof, trust me. The next step is to set up a penalty system for missed goals. Now, this might sound a bit harsh, but it's actually really effective. And it works especially well if you have an accountability coach. So you're not only paying your coach for his or her service, but you could also set up a system where you have to pay extra money if you miss a goal. And since you've set up SMART goals, so that means they're realistic, they're attainable, they're time-bound, and all of those things, it actually means that you're responsible for achieving your goals. It's not some other aspect or some external power or something. You're responsible for that, and if you're not following through, then that's the price you have to pay. Number 8 is to tell as many people as possible about your goals. Now, this adds an additional layer of accountability and is one of my preferred strategies. So whenever I set a really big goal that's actually quite far out of my comfort zone, as soon as I know it's realistic and I definitely want to do that, I tell as many people as possible so that it would be really awkward and embarrassing if I didn't actually achieve it. So this is a really good extra pressure strategy that will help you really achieve what you set your mind to. And the last tip is to set up a reward system. We've already talked about setting up a penalty system for missed goals. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, you also need to set up a reward system. So it's similar as with the habits, or you can also use it for the very small sub goals that become habits. So you always have a reward at the end, which will make the process automatic over time. But even for the bigger goals, once you achieved it, treat yourself to something that you really wanted, or something that really feels good to you, even if it's just a break of a day or something like that. So don't forget to actually reward yourself if you've accomplished what you set your mind to. Okay, so I hope these 9 tips were helpful to you and that you're now really excited to set those achievable goals for 2021. If you want to take your goal setting process seriously, make sure to download the free worksheet that's linked down below and get started today. If you like this video, hit the like button below, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!